Hi, today we're going to talk about finding the right classroom projector for you. There are many different kinds of projectors, and here at Touchboards we do carry a lot of different kinds of projectors. But today we're going to focus mainly on classroom projectors. If you do have a different need, such as a church or a boardroom, you want to give us a call because there's a lot more different variables that classrooms don't really have to worry about. So we'd like to talk to you one-to-one, find out exactly what your needs are, and we'll help you choose the right projector that way. But for a classroom projector, the first thing everyone always thinks about is projector brightness. Now, for the average classroom, 2,000 to 3,000 lumens is going to be more than sufficient. Some classrooms, maybe you have a lot of windows that you can't cover up, you got a lot of lights you want to leave on, you may need a brighter projector. Give us a call, we'll talk about it. But again, 2,000 to 3,000 lumens is a good rule of thumb for a classroom projector. Next thing to think about is the resolution of the projector. And that's how many pixels you see on the screen. The most common is going to be XGA resolution, or 1024 by 768. That's primarily what everyone's using. Nowadays the trend is leaning towards WXGA resolution, which is 1280 by 800 pixels. A lot of your newer laptops, or just computers in general, have a native resolution of WXGA. And you'd want to try to match that resolution of your computer to your projector. So if you can afford the WXGA projectors, because right now they're a little more expensive, you probably want to go for it. However, XGA is still the most common. They're also a little lower in price, and you're not going to lose anything by going with one of those. Any questions, certainly feel free to give us a call and we can help you out. So the next thing you'll want to consider is the lamp life of the projector. Yes, as you use it, the lamp will eventually burn out and you will have to replace it. So what you want to think about first off is the cost of the lamp. If you get a projector on sale, you might spend $400 on a projector, but you want to make sure that the lamp to put in there doesn't also cost $400. A lot of the newer projectors, lamps are coming down in price, sub $200 for some of them, but most are in between $200 to $300 right now. Also, you want to consider how many hours you can get on that lamp. Again, this is not something that's set in stone. It is the expected life of that lamp. And almost all projectors have two modes, a regular mode and an eco mode, or economy mode. Regular mode is always what the advertised brightness of the projector is. So if you see a 3,000 lumen projector, it's regular mode. Eco mode might knock it down 1,000 lumens, maybe a little bit more, depending on the model. Eco mode is good in a situation where maybe you've dimmed the lights, it's a darker environment, you don't need it to be as bright. You can put it in economy mode if you have the chance. Economy mode will help you extend the life of your lamp because it's not as bright. So you might see in specs of projector, maybe 2,000 hour lamp life, up to 3,000 in economy mode. That's just an example. A lot of the newer projectors now have extended lamp life, some even up to 6,000 in economy mode. So this is something you want to take into account because the lamp is going to be a cost that you will incur on a yearly basis. Well, depending on how much you use your projector, maybe more than a year. Something else to consider is a newer technology, laser or LED projectors. And an example of that is right here. This is a Casio green slim projector. This uses a laser LED light engine. The estimated life on this is 20,000 hours. So if you do the math, you figure you use a projector maybe 8 hours a day, every day throughout the year, which not many people are ever going to do. You could probably get 6 to 8, maybe even 9 years of life out of this, if not longer than that. So these type of projectors usually will have a higher initial cost, but you're not going to have to replace lamps. There's almost no maintenance with these. Maybe certain models will have filters, but that's a little cost compared to a lamp. So this is also something to consider. You can get a regular lamp projector where you may pay a lower cost for the unit itself and then have to buy replacement lamps over time. Or you can get a higher priced projector that doesn't use lamps and not have to worry about any of that. The time this thing dies out, you just buy another projector.